You're coming too. What started as a dream is now our reality. 6 years ago, we poured her ballast, raised every frame, cut every plank, and named her Rediviva. Ready for life back on the ocean, this year we're determined to set sail.
Would you look at that? I'd say that's the making of a fine cruising vessel.
We're Salt and Tar, and this is our life. We're happy to share, and thanks for joining us. Last time, we prepared the Windlass for installment. This is the first item we get to cross off the have to leave the dock list in our 100-day countdown, and we're ready to bolt it home.
Probably gonna have to use a full saw, hope for the best.
Oh, really?
Hopefully I have the right size. I don't have a drill bit that size, I don't believe.
Gonna cut the holes. The only one we can't reach because the pedal is in the way. So we'll drill this one last after we drill the other 3, and then we'll move it and we can get that one. And the backing block has been removed from underneath. So we'll drill these through the deck, then position the backing block in place, and then drill through. Oh, look at that little baby guy.
No.
Not quite. Is that your smallest one?
Yeah.
It's close.
Okay. I'm gonna check my big drill bits. Got an auger too. That might be a little aggressive. First layer.
Plywood?
See the tar come up.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, let's go down below and see what it looks like.
Cool.
More holes.
More holes.
I think that'll work.
Nice. 3 more, and then we'll move it. Get the guy under the pedal. So we're gonna stick a tape up through here and get a measurement for our bolts, and then go get the bolts so we can stick one in this hole so we make sure the windlass doesn't move as we drill for the other 2. There it is. You want me just to hook it over?
Yeah.
Okay, you're hooked. Here's the backing block.
Okay.
Okay. What you got?
4.5 would be ideal, but if they don't have that, 5 inches.
Okay. So it's New Year's Eve, and we just missed the store by 3 minutes. They closed early today. So we're gonna zip into town, get the bolts that we need, and lunch.
And a taco brick.
Taco brick. We could always just cook up swab. Make some puppy tacos? Huh? Does that sound good?
Good.
No. I had a feeling we should have gotten the bolts yesterday. 5/8.
5/8 and 6. Oh.
6 is 5.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Way more expensive, but
It's better than waiting till day after tomorrow because they're closed tomorrow.
8 of these.
Okay.
Painful.
Yummy.
Definitely one of our favorite spots in Napa.
Tacos, check. Bolts, check. Time to drill the remaining holes. Fiberglass. First plywood layer. Oh!
Shit.
Did you call 911 again?
Hang up and call.
Apparently Garrett's phone, if you, you click the side like 3 times?
I guess so. I think that it's the side button.
It gets like caught in his pants.
3 times in a row, it calls 911.
And then he gets a phone call from the 911 operator. Says, "What's your emergency? We got a call." No emergency.
Yeah. Last time it happened, I was playing guitar, and I guess the guitar was just pressing on my phone in my pocket, and it calls 911.
We stuck the bolts through as we drilled the next hole. And after all 3 we could reach were done, Garrett marked for the final hole, and we lifted the windlass up out of the way. Without the windlass as a guide, Garrett started small and worked his way up.
So yeah, just be pushing here, have your head out of the way, because it'll come down like here and here. And then we'll switch. I'll put the bolts in to hold it, and then you'll just switch around and hold from the front end.
Okay.
Okay, coming the forward starboard.
He's gonna switch out to the auger. Which pulls more? That might be a good thing. It's definitely sharper. Go ahead. Nice, that was easy. Okay, just a sec. All right. I think it's somewhere around here, so it'll be halfway through the backing block on either side. That will be the road side and the chain side. And so we're gonna do some sort of tube piping to make it into this space. This is the end of our bunk, but that's the space we're working with. This is the corner of the tank, the water tank. But yeah, if we do a little chute, you know, it can make one side anchor and one side road, which is the rope.
Ooh, that's sexy like.
Yeah, nice.
Let's cinch them up a little bit because I want to feel there. Okay, aft starboard. Let me get a hold on it, but we'll start there.
Aft starboard. Snug. Aft port. Snug.
Forward port.
see what this kid's doing. Yeah, here, you want me to hold them?
It's just gonna fall off the roller here pretty soon.
Oh. I'll be your anchor.
Oh yeah, it works perfectly. Just pop it off the gypsy there.
Nice.
Sweet.
Drive stick. Good morning, everybody. It is chilly, but it is gorgeous outside. This is our third nice day out of 4, and we're gonna finish the windlass today. So, first step, drill the big holes.
Yay, more holes.
Then epoxy the holes, and then we can bolt it all down, and then she'll be done on deck. Oh, but look at that sunshine.
This is the last time I have to take this.
It's real quiet in the marina today. January 1st, 2022.
The year we set sail. Sail away from all our problems.
We're still waiting on some more engine parts to come in. So the engine is still decommissioned at the moment. Good to go. Poor drill's just getting a little tired.
It's a really good drill, but I mean,
You've asked a lot of it.
yeah, this project is a lot to ask of any tools, so it's definitely at the end of its life. Gonna need to retire it pretty soon.
It's not bad though. That's only drill, well, I guess number 3, because you had the Milwaukee's there for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, started with the corded rigid,
And that
or
thing,
pretty much all of the,
that thing was
the
a
rough
beast,
construction.
but it just was completely impractical.
Yeah.
I've mostly switched to DeWalt, not because I'm a die-hard DeWalt guy or anything. I mean, they're great tools, but I was really in between when I was kind of switching over to new tools, if I was what brand I was going to go with. I've always loved Makita. The quality is just great in my experience, but I ultimately went with the switch over to DeWalt because they have the biggest selection of the cordless tools, and I'm going transitioning to all cordless because just it's so much easier on the boat.
Yeah, it's actually been 3 drills and 4 drivers over nearly 7 years of boat building. Almost continuous 24/7 use.
Hot.
Very hot.
Just don't want to bust through and splinter the backing block. See if I can do this without taking the... I'm just going to pull this off. It's in my way.
Daylight! So now both of the big holes are drilled, starboard sides for chain, port sides for road. So now we'll go over to the bunker, grab our epoxy, and come back here, whip up a little batch of kind of thin epoxy and protect all this end grain and underside of the windlass to the deck. That's all gonna be butyl. The underside of the deck, the underside of the windlass is all gonna be butyl tape between the windlass and the deck. If we have enough, we'll just go ahead and do the whole backing block with the butyl tape too. So we don't have to wait a whole day for the epoxy to dry. Looks good down there. Epoxy time. While I mixed up a batch of thinned epoxy, Garrett cleaned and routed the backing block.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Oh, you guys are looking good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good. I just got my 2 grandkids here.
Cool.
They live in Canada, and they say that their dad watches you all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Right on.
They just told me that. I didn't realize it at all.
Oh, sweet.
Feel free to come aboard if you want.
1,
2, 3. The temperature was pretty cold, so the epoxy moved like molasses, rendering the pumps useless. And it took a while for it to even out so I could get a good measurement.
I guess I missed all the action.
Well, I'm gonna add more specimen. This looks like I was just thinking this cup is making it look funny. Had to sacrifice Garrett's Pepto-Bismol cup for when he eats too much spicy food.
It's only when I eat too much habanero sauce at Frida's. This guy knows what I'm talking about. So Ruth is just epoxying these 2 spots on the backing block and those 2 larger holes in the deck, because that's where our chain, our road for the anchor comes down through it. So they're basically just open to the elements. They have little caps that'll seal them up when we're not using them. But yeah, the chain's gonna go through and it's gonna be wet and dirty and whatever. So just want to seal up the end grain of the plywood with epoxy to keep it from soaking up like a sponge and make it last a little bit longer. But the rest of the holes don't really matter because they're gonna just be totally sealed up with the goop when we put the windlass down permanently. Yeah. Me too. Good enough. We'll just both grab one of the horns.
I just don't want the butyl to fall off once it touches the deck. You got it in there?
Yeah. I'll grab this one. You grab that one. So you try to line up the port one. I'll look at the starboard one.
Okay. one down with the backing block. So Garrett's just throwing some butyl tape around the bolts, and then I'm gonna lift this guy into place. Also did, because I had so much epoxy left over, did hit the end grain on this piece of wood. So it's a lot happier.
Do you have the backing block on yet?
No.
Oh, shoot. I guess I shouldn't push these bolts down then.
It's probably fine if the forward ones are like that.
Now it's all stuck with butyl tape.
I can push them up.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna go do the aft ones.
Okay.
And then the forward port, just a smidge. That should be all right for the forward. So it's the aft port all the way in.
Yeah.
Just gonna get a nut started on this aft one. Okay. Oh, that was easy.
Yeah. Throw a nut on that one.
Yeah, hold up. All right, which one do you want to do first, Garrett?
Let's do starboard aft.
Okay. Okay. Looking great.
All around the windlass got squeezed out.
Yeah, I'd say the most thin is just the very aft center part.
All right, let's just let it hang out there for an hour or so, and then torque it down later.
You're talking about the gypsy and I was talking about the whole windlass.
Yeah,
I wasn't actually listening to what you were saying.
typical.
Tree.
Like a gargoyle. I'll just go out and stop for margaritas. They got a little more sense than that. Yeah, we went out and stopped for margaritas.
Do you need anything else? 3, that's good. Do you have a Sharpie? So self-respect. Roll out of bed without your self-respect this morning. Paper towels or something down below so I don't drip epoxy all over the bunk.
You drip epoxy on important things? I've never seen you do that before.
I know, I'm usually so clean.
Except for like our bed sheets where those big epoxy drips are. Yeah, list goes on.
I've never seen that in any of the videos.
Oh yeah, because Ruth edits them.